Three, two, one. Welcome to this published author's interview. My name is Kenneth Muyingo, and with me I have a special guest that I will be interviewing. But first, I just want to mention, if you would like to write a book yourself and become an author, there's a link with this interview. Click on the link and join the group. Become an author and write your first book to connect with like-minded people who are doing the same. With that said, I would like to get into the interview by asking my guest to say hello to you and to introduce himself.
Hello, all my viewers who would be watching this video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as per your timings of your country. So hello folks, let's hope that you enjoy this interview of mine with Ken, and I'm thankful to Ken for organizing this interview.
Thank you so much. And if somebody is watching this interview and they would like to know who you are, what would you tell them? What is your name? And maybe to tell about yourself briefly.
That's very interesting, and that's really interesting question. First of all, I would just like to say, because we are talking about publishing books and all, so I belong to this community. I'm a published author. I have published 6 books till now, and I'm an author by passion. I can call myself as a passionate published author. Apart from my author, I'm professionally working with a company, an automotive company in India, RSB Transmissions India Limited. I'm basically a village boy. I was born in a village in Bihar state. The village name is Morora in state Bihar of India. I did my schooling from the best school of the country, that is the Sindhya school, which is in Gwalior in India. After completing my schooling, I did my engineering, my mechanical engineering from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering, Pune, India. Further moving ahead, I went for doing my finance management from Symbiosis Institute, again from Pune. This is my educational and professional. Apart from this, I'm a gold medalist in trekking.
Wow.
At the age of 18, I had climbed Pindari Glacier in India, in Uttarakhand. Professionally, I'm associated. I believe in having versatile touch. So I professionally am life member of Indian Institute of Welding and Indian Institute of Materials Management. It is spiritually, I am a life member of ISKCON. You must have heard ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
Yes.
And I do believe that whatever you do, you're supposed to return back to the society. And writing a book is one of aspects of that. And I'm associated with Root Care Foundation, which is an NGO. And I'm forming my own NGO, Listen to Heart. That's going up in my mind.
I see.
And with all this, whatever I am, I give credit to my parents, my grandparents, my forefathers, my family, my friends, my school, Sindhya school. I give lots of credit to this because they are the people who have nourished me. Because at the age of 9, I was admitted to that school, and at the age of 18, I left that school.
I see.
So practically, I was nourished in that school. So Lots of credit to the Sindhi school. And the way we move ahead, I would be sharing you how I came into writing and what made me to come into writing.
Very nice.
As far as your question, one of your question is still unanswered. You have said, who are you, right?
Yes.
That's a very interesting question. And to my viewers, I don't know how will they take it. I consider myself as a soul. I'm a soul. I am a reader of Bhagavad Gita. I follow Bhagavad Gita. I try to follow the preachings of Lord Krishna. And it is said that we all are soul. And I am also a soul. But this soul in this birth is named as Anuragam Vatsa, who is born in India. So I am Anuragam Vatsa as an Indian to you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing this. I'm reminded of something I read sometime. Somebody said, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So I like the way you have introduced yourself. Thank you so much. And so you have published 6 books.
I have published 6 books.
Tell us about your most recent book and the vision that you had for that book.
I will do one thing, Ken. I will brief you about my books and how I started writing books.
Yes.
Then I will tell you about my all books in short, in brief.
Yes.
I write books and all the name of the books, the prefix of the books is listen to heart.
Listen to heart.
I have written 6 books. The prefix of all the books is listen to heart. Like the first book is listen to heart, the other side of life. So similarly, it all goes on. The last book which I have written is listen to heart, friends forever. So it all carries listen to heart. Now, why I use this word as listen to heart? I believe that whatever you do, whatever you speak, and whatever I'm speaking to you right now is practically from my heart, from my core of my heart.
Yeah.
And I believe the heart is always pure. Heart never manipulates. It never manipulates.
Yeah.
It is the mind which manipulates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is why you must, the word which is quite frequently used in English language is a mindset problem. But it is never said as heart set problem.
Yeah.
And another thing, one proverb which every one of us use when we want to prove ourselves to the other person that whatever I'm saying is truth, we say, I'm speaking from core of my heart. I'm speaking from inner conscious of my heart.
Yeah.
This means my inner conscience is pure.
Yeah.
My core is pure. Core of the heart is pure. Rest everything could be pure.
Yeah.
So I write all the books with a listen to heart as a prefix.
Yeah.
Now, my all books, before I come to books wise discussion, all my books talks about Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
It is linked with Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita is a spiritual book, what you rightly said. It is not a ritual book. It is a spiritual. So I would even request the viewers when they will see that please don't get confused between ritual and spiritual.
Yeah.
In spiritual, we need to understand ourselves. We need to realize ourselves. We need to understand ourselves. The self-realization is necessary. Whereas in rituals, there's certain formalities which has to be done.
Yeah.
Now, with this, Lord Krishna had given his preachings to Arjuna 5,000 years back, approximately,
Yeah.
in the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
Yeah.
The battle of field of Kurukshetra.
Yeah.
That preaching, and I have read Bhagavad Gita quite many times, and I was thinking, is this preaching applicable to us in today's date?
Yeah.
Because this was even 5,000 years back. And I decided to start my journey in writing,
Yeah.
to write the books. Whatever you learn from Bhagavad Gita, you link it to day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And if you are able to link it to day-to-day life, then it is a way of life. So I can say that Bhagavad Gita is a way of life.
Yeah.
Whole book is a way of life. But to prove that to myself, I'm not saying about the viewers, I wanted to prove to myself
Yeah.
that it is a way of life. And this is how the journey started off. And now why I started writing is because when I was a kid, when I used to come from my public school, boarding school during my vacations, and as a kid, when we used to play some nautical games and all, my grandfather used to say, okay, kids, now you have enjoyed it, eh? Whatever you have studied, can you jot down?
Yeah.
If you can jot down, your understanding would be further more clear.
Indeed.
So with his preachings, again, my when I was a kid, maybe 8 years old, 9 years old, I thought, why not to implement that? That whatever you learn, you write it down. And if
Indeed.
you write it down, you can understand better.
Indeed.
And if you write it down, if it is good, you can share with the society.
That's right.
Because you're supposed to return something to the society, something positive to the society.
That's right.
So this is how I started off. Now I'll come to the first book. My first book is Listen to Heart, The Other Side of Life.
Yeah.
When I say the other side of life, and after writing that book, and in fact, I request you and I request all my viewers to read this book,
Yeah.
they will agree to me that what we call it as other side of life is actually the real side of life.
Yeah.
And what we are living in today's date, and we call it as real side of life, is actually the other side of life.
Wow.
It is what we call the other side of life is so peaceful, so much with so much of love,
Yeah.
so much of compassion,
Yeah.
so much of with so much of positivity. So my first book, The Other Side of Life, talks about that. In fact, it has a subheadings: change yourself rather changing others.
Indeed.
Ken, you will agree that in this today's world, we are having blood pressures, we are having sugar,
Yeah.
anxiety, heart attacks, blah, 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 blah.
Indeed.
Because we all are fighting for money, money, and only money. We want to be rich.
Yeah.
But my first book talks about all those things that you should be rich by yourself first.
Indeed. Indeed.
You should be enriched yourself. You should be enriched by your traditions, by your values.
Yeah.
Money will follow.
Indeed.
Money, you will get what you're supposed to get. You
Yeah.
will get it.
Indeed.
But you need to have respect for others.
Yeah.
You need to, how can you control your emotions?
I see.
I talk about that. You will agree that in this world, so many wrong things happen.
Yeah.
We all see that, but we
Indeed.
don't oppose that.
Yeah.
So if you agree to this, that we don't oppose it, then are we not blind?
Indeed. Indeed. It's sometimes I'm reminded of something. There's a quote that says, all that is necessary for evil to prevail is for good men and women to do nothing. and sometimes some people say, yeah, but I'm not being evil. I'm not doing anything wrong. I believe it's not enough to just not do anything wrong, but we also have to be a force for good in the world, to be the change that we want to see happening in our world.
But the change should be positive. Why I
Indeed.
say blind is because the Bhagavad Gita preaching starts with that a blind king asked that what is going on. He's blind. I said, he's blind. He might be blind that time.
Yeah.
But are we also not blind? We are seeing so many wrong things taking place.
Indeed.
So many rapes taking place in the world.
Yeah.
And we are quiet.
Indeed.
Similarly, if I talk, I'll just share a few things of my first book, as you said. Anyone who is blind and who is doing wrong thing, he would fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you will agree that in today's world, there are many terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
All these terrorists always hide behind a pillar or from a room and start shooting.
Yeah.
They don't come in the front.
Yeah.
Whereas the soldiers are on the up front.
Yeah.
They are not scared. They are not under fear.
Yeah.
These people say that if you're doing something wrong, you will be under fear.
Indeed.
Similarly, I have talked about that you need to sacrifice. You must have heard the name of Mahatma Gandhi of India.
Yes.
He had sacrificed his life for the independence of my country.
Yeah.
If he wanted, he could have been a prime minister of the country.
Yeah.
If he wanted, he could have been the president of the country.
Yeah.
But he did not opt for anything.
Yeah.
And the situation is, right now, he's the father of our country.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is above all.
Yeah. Indeed.
So I say, sacrifice is not a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You will get something in return, not
Indeed.
in materialistic life, but you will
Indeed.
get something in return. God is seeing that.
That's right.
Similarly, I have said that if you have something, some emotions, please let it burst out.
Indeed.
Else you will have depression amongst yourself.
Yeah.
And then you will start moving towards committing suicide or start doing some crime.
Indeed. Wow. Wow.
So this is my first book.
Yeah.
And one thing I say to the people, that as a human being, we all have a habit of chatting. We talk a lot.
Yeah.
At least in India, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
So we chat a lot. But do we chat everything good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe,
That is the question.
may not be.
Yeah.
Maybe we are just chatting for the heck of chatting.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so I say, instead of chatting, why don't you do chanting? Why don't you take the name of the Lord? So I say chanting is better than chatting.
Okay.
So these are things what I have talked in the first book of The Other Side of Life.
Yeah.
Then comes the second book, Listen to Heart Transformation.
Yeah.
I said that I am a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try something spiritual and engineering.
Yeah.
I have tried to link the soul energy, S-O-U-L, soul energy, to the electron energy.
Yeah. Wow.
During our childhood, we all have studied that energy is neither created nor destroyed.
Indeed.
So similarly, the soul is also energy. It is neither created nor destroyed. It is just transferred from one body to the another body.
That's right.
Maybe in this life we are talking, you as a soul is sitting in Netherlands. I myself, Anuragam Vatsa, as a soul is sitting in India. Maybe next time we will be sitting, you are in India and I am in Netherlands. next
Indeed.
birth.
Indeed.
So I say that soul energy, SOLE, soul energy is SOUL, soul energy is the soul energy, SOLE.
Yeah.
SOUL, soul
Is the soul
energy is
energy.
the soul energy, SOLE.
Wow. Wow.
I'll try to explain you with one simple example.
Yeah.
If you remove the plug of your refrigerator from the main supplies,
Yeah.
will your refrigerator work?
No, it will not.
No. Why will it not work?
Because
Because the electron energy is not being transferred.
that's right.
So it is the same situation. I'm alive. My soul is here in the heart and I'm alive. Once this soul goes out of my body, there is no energy. And
Yeah.
people will call me not Anuragam, but people will call me as a dead body.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both energies give power to the body,
I see.
to the apparatus. So they both are, I've tried to link both. Being an engineer and being a spiritual guy, I've tried to link. To what extent the readers and the viewers can say that.
Very nice. Wow. Wow. Thank you so
And
much.
with
So
this,
that's the
in this book, my message is, in this book, my message is, people say, look for happiness. I said, why do you need to look for happiness?
Yeah.
If you're a soul, your happiness is inside you.
Yeah.
You need to not look for happiness. You need to stay with happiness.
Yeah.
Live with happiness.
Indeed.
So this is my second book, Ken.
I see.
Now my third book, if you permit me still, go ahead. My
Yes,
third
please.
book is Listen to Heart, Radhika.
Yes.
Till the time I wrote my second book, my wife, she said that your books are too heavy. Why
Yeah.
don't you make some interesting?
Uh-huh.
So I thought of to go into character base.
Yeah.
My third book is a character base. I have written about mothers.
Yeah.
How our mothers dedicate their life for us.
Yeah.
I will share you one chapter of that book
Yeah.
in a very short, and one incidence of Mahabharata. When Lord Krishna was asking Arjuna to fight, Arjuna is a soldier.
Yeah.
He says, I can't fight. I can't fight. He said, you, as a soldier, you need to fight.
Yeah.
You cannot run away. That's your duty. And Krishna says that you fight, gentlemen. As a soldier, you're supposed to fight. If you die, you will have a martyr's death. And every soldier would love to have a martyr's death. And if you win the war, from soldier, you become the king. So once you become the king, you are elevated. From a soldier, you are elevated to king.
Yeah.
Similar is the case of all the ladies, all the mothers. My mother, your sister, my sister. When they go to the labor room, that is the battlefield. That is the battlefield for them.
Indeed.
Now, when they come with a baby, they are elevated to mother.
Yeah.
From a normal lady, they are elevated to a mother.
Yeah.
According to me, mother is a very, very, very highly designated place.
Indeed.
And according to me, no dictionary has been able to define the word mother. That is why I always say, mother is only a mother. Don't try to define. Nobody has the knowledge to define.
Confuse people, just mother is mother. Just
right. Now, so similarly, and if she dies in the labor room, she is also martyrs because she was doing her own duty.
Indeed.
And she sacrificed her life.
Wow.
So I have tried to link, and all these martyrs as per Bhagavad Gita learning, they go to the kingdom of Lord Krishna and they don't come back. They are into liberation.
Yeah.
So this is my third book, and that is why the subheading of my third book is My Mother is My Strength, as well as My Mother is My Weakness. If she is
Wow.
happy, I have all the strength. If she is not happy, I am the weakest person on this earth.
Wow. 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 Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah. Now, then, keeping my wife's views and advice, I started trying to get into some love. And my fourth book is Listen to Heart, Soulmate.
Soulmate. Uh-huh.
In this story of a village boy, he comes for his professional life, for his earnings, in a so-called lighted city.
Yeah.
And what is his experience, whether he sees the light or he sees the darkness?
I see.
And he meets a city girl and they both fall in love. But the boy is so much attracted toward the materialistic life, he
Yeah.
gets carried away.
Yeah.
So this is a story about the soulmate.
Yeah.
So it's a love fiction and with some suspense in the end. And the subheading is Love Tried and Failed, but then again won.
Love tried and failed, and then again won.
And again won.
Wow.
My fifth book is Rhombus. Listen to Heart, Rhombus.
Yeah.
It's I believe in not getting into anybody's field.
Yeah.
I don't try to copy a single author, I'm telling you. I don't copy. I'm trying to create my own readers.
Yeah.
I am not trying to copy any author's style in my writing.
Yeah.
I have my own instinct, but I, as an author, try to believe in diversity.
I see.
So I try different ways of writing.
I see.
And this helps me to develop my skill.
Indeed.
So this Rhombus is a quadrangular love suspense love fiction. Quadrangular suspense love fiction. It's a very interesting. But as an author, we all should give some message to the society.
Indeed.
So in this book, I have given the message is that if you see a rectangle or a square, you will have four sides with 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Right?
Indeed.
I say rhombus.
Yeah.
Where the angle can be adjusted, but there are four sides.
Yeah.
And I advise everybody, every one of us, including myself, that you will have success, you will have failure.
Indeed.
You will be happy, you will be sad. There would be summer, there would be winter. So there would be extreme of all. Control yourself. You try to adjust the angle of yourself, but always be within the boundaries of your life.
Indeed.
Do not try to cross the boundary.
I see. Wow.
Always be within the boundary wall.
Yeah.
If you cross any country's line of control, you know what happens.
Exactly.
So we all should adjust ourselves and be within the line of control.
That's
from
right.
all sides.
That's right.
But yes, you can adjust. You should adjust. Life is adjustment. You live happily. Happiness is inside. Happiness is not outside.
Yeah.
So I say, why I wrote this book is I could find people studying in Oxford,
Yeah.
people studying in IIT, people studying in IIM, but they are committing suicide.
Yeah.
I said, why do you want to commit suicide?
Yeah.
Please control your anxiety. You read
Yeah.
my first book, Control Your Anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have not been able to hold the first position, does not mean your life is over.
Yeah.
So you don't need to commit suicide. Be
Indeed.
happy. To
Indeed.
find other ways.
Indeed.
Everyone cannot be Sachin Tendulkar. But
I
this
see.
does not mean that all the other cricketers will commit suicide.
That's right.
So
Wow.
this is my fifth book, and you are talking about my sixth book.
Yes.
It is Listen to Heart, Friends Forever.
Listen to heart, friends forever.
It is an unfolding of unconditional love between father and son.
Wow.
Father and son have a very friendly relationship. So I have shared that experience. Every reader would feel that it is his story.
Yeah. Wow.
So this
This is
is my
amazing.
sixth book, which I have just published on 21st of May 2020. And with everyone wishes, it was standing in the new release self-help book category in Amazon at ranking at number 1 for 2 to 3 days.
Amazing. Listen to heart, friends forever. Congratulations with that. 6 books.
Thank you.
The
Thank you, Ken.
Listen to Heart series. Wow. What inspired you to start this writing journey?
Yeah, what inspired me? I said, Ken, I told you that I was reading Bhagavad Gita, and during my childhood, I used to write something, some essays and all. But then I thought that, what do I do if I've read so many times?
Indeed.
Then I got this instruction from my inner conscious.
Yeah.
That what your granddad told you, why don't you do writing and start learning?
Indeed.
And start convincing yourself.
Indeed.
Now, with this, I started writing few articles.
Yeah.
And I started sharing with my friends.
Yeah.
With my relatives, with my family. And I started posting on Speaking Tree on Times of India.
Yeah.
And on ISKCON Desire Tree.
Yeah.
Website I was. Then one day my father-in-law told me, why don't you publish a book?
Yeah.
I said, how can I do? I said, how can I do that?
Yeah.
He said, how have you done your engineering?
Yeah.
He said, the way you have done your engineering,
Yeah.
you should, the same way you need to publish a book.
And this was your father-in-law telling you that?
Yeah, my father-in-law was after me. That's why
Wow.
did you publish a book? I said, I just do some scribbling about these articles. He said, no, you publish a book.
Yeah.
And he was after me for a long time.
Wow.
And then my wife and my son, they supported me that yes, you can try it out. Maximum what is going to happen, you will be failure. But if you don't apply, you're still a failure.
Yeah.
If you don't appear for exam, you're a failure.
Yeah.
But if you appear in exam, you might pass.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, when you don't appear for the exam, you get a dash.
Yes.
If you appear and you don't do anything, you just write your name, you get a 0.
0.
So 0 is better than
you
a
get
dash.
a 0.
At
least you get a 0. And I remembered my father-in-law, and I started it. And let me tell you, in all my books, I say, because linking day-to-day life activities with a spiritual thought is not an easy game, Ken. It's not an easy game.
Indeed.
When I write, I'm in a different frame of mind.
Indeed.
And all my books, I have said that I am not the author of the book. I am not the writer of the book.
Yeah.
The author and the writer of the book is Lord Krishna himself. I
Yeah.
am just the medium who is either typing it or handling the pen. That's all.
I see. Wow.
So I give all credit to my Lord Krishna.
Wow.
And
Thank you.
I wanted to give something back to the society with some positive
Indeed.
and make Bhagavad Gita simple. And I wanted to prove that it is a way of life. Everyone should read it.
Indeed.
Any religion, doesn't talk about religion.
Indeed.
So this is how I started writing. And once I started writing, then everyone supported me. One of my brothers said, "Don't stop that. Continue. You
Indeed.
better continue this journey."
Wow.
My parents said, "You continue." All brothers, sister, everybody said. My friends said that yes, you need to continue.
Indeed.
You
And
need
you
not
have,
stop that. This is a good journey.
indeed. You mentioned earlier that you are a passionate writer. Do you consider yourself as a naturally talented writer, or is writing a skill that you have developed over time? Because you have published 6 books. That's a huge achievement.
I still consider myself as a passionate author.
Very nice. Wow.
As far as talent is concerned, God must have given me some talent, so I started writing it.
Yeah.
It is the God gift. I take it as a God gift.
Yeah.
But the more you move in the journey,
Yeah.
you are always on a learning path.
Indeed.
So the more I'm writing, I'm sharpening my skills.
Indeed. Indeed.
The pencil sharpener is moving on.
Indeed. Wow. Wow.
So it is all skill is being developed slowly. It is being nourished further.
Yeah.
But yes, talent, maybe it is a God gift.
Indeed.
But I always say to the new authors that you just need to decide that you want to write. You need to have the willpower.
Indeed. Wow.
And if you have the willpower, you just write it down.
Indeed.
Don't think about the mistakes.
Yeah.
Eraser is made to remove and eliminate the mistakes.
Indeed.
Pencil is supposed to make mistakes. Eraser
Indeed.
is supposed to erase the mistakes.
Wow.
So mistake is a part of life.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Just have the will that I can do it, and you will do it.
Amazing. And you mentioned that it's your father-in-law who inspired you, who encouraged you to stop just writing articles and publish a book.
Yes.
Is this what you would tell me? Maybe the question is then here, what would you tell me is the one thing that has happened to you personally that has had the greatest impact on you writing books?
Ken, my father-in-law gave me that spark.
Yeah.
Everyone, all my friends, relatives, my parents, my wife, especially my wife and my son, I give them a credit.
Yeah.
Because they have spared me so that I can give my timing, use this time for writing.
Indeed.
So through this video, through this interview, I would like to thank my wife, thank my son, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my father, my mother, my relatives, my friends, my brother, sister. Because all my brother, sister said, you don't need to stop. You need to continue.
Indeed. Wow. It's very helpful to have a family that supports you.
Yeah. Now, as far as your question is, how do I feel as a published author?
Yeah.
It gives 2 things. One is it gives you confidence.
Yeah.
It boosts up your confidence.
Yeah.
And it helps you to be, because you are in a writing mode.
Yeah.
you are always in a happy mode.
Indeed.
You are always happy within yourself.
Indeed.
You are not much affected by the external factors.
Indeed.
And these books helps me to have new relationship.
Indeed.
As I'm having with you, I never knew you, but
Yeah.
through book I'm talking to Ken, and whole
Indeed.
of our life will be in touch.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes, and I invite you to India.
I will be coming to India, indeed, most definitely. When all the
So
lockdown is over, I have India on one of on the list of my places to visit as soon as I'm able to travel again.
so this is what books have given me.
Indeed.
So much of confidence,
Wow.
friends, new contacts,
I see. Wow. This is amazing.
and it gives the inner satisfaction.
Yes. It's because we are
It gives you
creating
happiness.
something that was not there before, and we bring it out of ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. And are you currently working on any other projects at the moment?
Ken, to be very frank, I have just finished on 21st
Yeah.
of May. I have finished my book
Yes.
just 1 week before.
Yeah.
But yes, I am sure that I'm going to continue this journey.
Very nice.
I am thinking to write, though it is a very early to say that because I've just finished.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to write on a next book known as Listen to Heart Gap, GAP Gap.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
How the gap is important in one's life.
Indeed.
When I'll show one importance, I'll show you.
Yeah.
A child is born after 9 months.
Yeah.
That gap cannot be closed.
Yeah.
Cannot be brought to 8 months, 6 months, 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the gap is very important.
Indeed. Wow.
So
Wow.
I want to take up different angles of gap in life, and I want to write on that.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much. This was very inspiring and very encouraging and very insightful. I'm so glad that we were able to make time for this interview. First, I want to ask, where can people buy your books?
Yeah. Ken, my books are available on all leading websites.
Yes.
As far as ebooks are concerned, it is available on Kindle,
Yes.
Amazon.
Yes.
It is available on readware.com.
Yes.
It is available on goodreads.com.
Yes.
As far as hard copies are concerned, it is available again on all leading Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal. And the best part is that anyone who wants to have a book and want to know the link or anything about the book, he can go on my website, which is www.anuramvatsa.in, anuragamvats.in. All the links are there. Anybody can visit my website and he gets all the links. All the books are available.
Very nice. We will put the links with the interview so that people can access the books. And
if you want the links, I can share the links with you also. I'll put the links of Anuragam Vatsa. I'll SMS anuragamvats.in to you. You can put it in the interview also. People can.
Yes, sir. I will. I would like to have that. And
I have a video trailer of all the books, which is on the YouTube on my channel. The channel on YouTube is Anuragam Vatsa.
Very nice. We will put the link for the YouTube channel as well with the interview.
I will send it to you. Sure.
I just want to ask, is there anything else that you would like to share that we have not been able to address in the interview?
No, I would like to, we have discussed, but I would like to be very thankful to you and thank you, very thankful to you.
Yes.
And I feel happy, not because that I'm being interviewed, but I'm happy because in my friend list, another friend known as Ken has joined me.
Very nice.
So I am a guy who has a hunger of friends.
Very nice. Me too.
So that is which I want to put it. And I would like to say that my books is not copied style of any author.
Yeah.
I have my own style. Let me inform you one more thing.
Yes.
None of my book, can please listen.
Yes.
None of my books are edited by any professional. It is
Wow.
not edited by any professional.
I see.
It is directly from the hand of Anuragam Vatsa as an author.
Wow.
Generally,
Very,
all the
very
authors
nice.
send their books for editing
Yeah.
to the professionals.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because I believe that the thoughts which I want to give, it might change.
Exactly. It may get lost in the
So,
editing.
yes, it might get lost. So, it is a very raw book which you are getting.
Very nice.
And with this, I would like to say that in future also I would continue writing and I would keep on expanding my areas of writing.
Indeed. Wow.
I will not repeat, I will try not to catch and be a brand of one thing
Yeah.
or one typical type of writing.
Yeah.
I want to be a versatile. I want the way I have written a spiritual type of book.
Yeah.
Similarly, I have written a character-based book.
Yeah.
Then I have written a love fiction type of book.
Yes.
Then I have written a relationship between father and son. It's all a different type of book.
Amazing.
So I believe in that we should have different fields. You should move on.
Thank you so much, Anuragam. This was very inspiring and very enlightening.
Thank you, Ken. I was really delighted to meet you
You're
and
welcome.
talk to you.
And I will
Wish you all
surely
the
keep
best.
in touch with you as well. We will be keeping in touch most definitely. Thank you so much
Yes.
and have a good day.